Hi there, folks. This is Tenacious Earl, and this is a broadcast of second season football here on Tenacious Sports. And this is the Ninacious Football League. This will be the game of the week, as we have two of the teams who are destined for the playoffs facing each other here with potential for first place at stake. You have the Baltimore Ravens at 11-4. Heading out to McAfee Coliseum to face the Oakland Raiders, who are 11-3. Because we have an odd number of teams, we had to do an 18-game schedule to get 16 games in. And so that means Baltimore, they actually have their final bye in Week 18. This will be their last game. And to make matters more interesting, they defeated Oakland in their first game by a score of 22-20. So if Baltimore beats Oakland here, that would put them to 12-4. Oakland would be 11-4, and the best Oakland could do would be to tie them. But the tiebreaker would go to Baltimore if Baltimore were to win both games. So there is a lot on the line here. If Oakland can get that 12th win, that would put them in great shape for the playoffs. And here I am, Tenacious Earl. Behind us here, we have my tabletop. We'll show you that here in just a second. So as we were talking about here, hi there everybody. My camera down here, so I'm looking all over the place. But yeah, I'm going to move it over here to our standings. As you can see, the Raiders are in first place right now. I haven't really updated you too much on the standings of this project. This has been a project that has been going on for about 3 years now, but we're starting to see the end of the tunnel. This will be the after this game, there will only be 5 games remaining. I'll have one more game to play in this week, and if I can find my mouse, I can show you that it is right up here in the corner up here. You'll see Dolphins and Jaguars, but if we go back and look, neither of those teams are in contention. There really is a stratum with this particular choice of teams. We've got the 4 that are going to make the playoffs that have performed quite well. Oakland, Tennessee, Baltimore, and Kansas City, and any one of them in theory could still, I think Kansas City is probably not going to be able to make it as the 1 seed, but Baltimore, Tennessee, or Oakland all could finish at number 1. Oakland, so for the playoffs, I'm going to have to make a decision because I have to look and see what happened. Oakland in 2016 lost Derek Carr actually in the second to last game, which I haven't quite decided yet if I will simulate that here in this game. It would be the fourth quarter. I'd have to take him out, and so I'm not 100% sure at this point. I guess you'll just have to wait and see. I may do that. So this game is a little bit more difficult to do visually. I've gone back and forth about this because I have been keeping pretty meticulous stats, and so keeping stats and doing stuff like having a football gridiron where you could have the markers and show the progress of the ball and all that stuff, it's really kind of tough to do when you say to yourself, oh, I'm going to have to go back after the game and watch all the video and re-record all this stuff. So the way I typically do this, I record the game on paper as I go. I'll try and take some breaks so to minimize the gaps, but it can happen. But we're going to see if Flacco and the Ravens can take out Derek Carr and the Oakland Raiders a second time in this Ninacious Football League season. And we'll head over here to the tabletop. Okay, so I'm not really going to be able to show you the team ratings, the ratings for the different players and stuff. You're just going to have to trust me as I speak through the gameplay here of how things work and what the player ratings are and how we get to that, because it's just what I have put up here are my usage charts that I've developed for these teams based on their 15th game of the season. So, well, and in the case of Baltimore, it's their 16th game of the season, as this is their final game that they're going to play. So that's how I've tried to model this, and that includes, for the most part, the way the receivers will catch, or will be targeted and stuff. But what we're going to do first is, this is in Oakland, so it's California in January, but it is Northern California, but we will still call this West Coast. Only an 11 rolled would equal rain, and so it's going to be normal weather. And we're just going to see. So the way that I do my coin toss is I roll two. This is the away team. Baltimore is the black, and the white will be the home team. And whichever one is more wins the toss. And as is usually the case with football strategy nowadays, the team that wins the toss is going to defer their choice until the second half, which means that the team that loses the coin flip will receive the opening kickoff. So we'll roll it out here, and it's a 1 and a 4. So the 4 is the white, so Oakland will win the toss. Thus, they will defer, and they will kick off with Sebastian Janikowski being the kicker. And so we're going to roll. He is rated as a kickoff specialist, a double A, which means we add 9 to whatever total is on the list, and it's a 61, so it's 51 and 9, so 60-yard kick, which means that Chris Moore, the kickoff returner, will have a chance to return this from the 5. He's going to pick it up at the 5, and the return is a 56, which is plus 7 to his return value. His return value is 23. So 23 and 7, that's a 30-yard return. So they're going to have great starting field position. That's more. And so and we're going to say 10 seconds elapsed on that. That'll be 1st and 10 for the Ravens at their own 35-yard line. So a good return. Now, there is an injury note from that return. So let's just go ahead. I'm going to make a roll here, but usually 46, guard B, you're not going to have your starting guard on the kickoff return, so I'm just not going to worry about it too much. If it had been like anybody that was like a return guy, I would think about it, but at this point that will not be necessary. So your starting offense, I always use set 1 for the first play, and usually the first 2 plays. I've been trying to basically cut down on the sets that I change. I don't change them quite as often. I try to use first and second down pretty similar, although the defenses will probably change. I've also changed the way that I do the defense as far as like calculating things. So I have a first down defense, which tends to be sort of a run based, but it could be different, and a lot of it's based off of playing time percentage too. So, and then there's second down, and then third down is usually more of a pass based, and then I have a short yardage, and so you can see that on the screen on the right hand side for each team. Baltimore on the left, Oakland on the right, how those are going to sort out. And I kind of like doing this because it forces me into choices which will potentially, the way that things get checked in this game, it sets up some opportunities for mismatches and things. You could have a guy with a poor run rating get checked on a run, and it could lead to a big gain, which does, I feel like, help this game some. So your starting offense for the Ravens is going to be Steve Smith and Mike Wallace on the outside receivers. You got Pitta as the tight end. You have Waller as a second tight end, kind of an H-back. And then you've got Terrence West is going to be your running back, your halfback. And then your offensive line will be the tackles are Ronnie Stanley and James Hurst gets the start. Ricky Wagner is injured. The guards are Marshall Yanda, probably a Hall of Famer one day, Vlad Dukas, and then the center Jeremy Zuta. So we're going to use that first set that you see there under the D6 personnel Baltimore offense. And we're going to choose the play, and I'm going to choose a short pass. We're going to start with a short. And I use the selector at the bottom, and so it's a 12. And if you look to SH, the SH row at the bottom of the screen, and under 12, it lines up with Pitta. So Pitta will be the target of the pass, and then I roll the green die for the defense. And so the defense, 1 is pass, 2 through 4 safe, 5 run, 6 blitz. That'll be a safe defense against a short pass. So we will, and again, Pitta is the target. Any pass caught, whether it's Q, whether it's R, whether it's the triangle or some other permutation, goes to that guy. I don't really change that, unless the only thing it'll say is if it says running back catches, then I will make a change there. I'll actually use the position that it says or whatever. But this is 44. So you go to the first quarter column, and you look up 44, and it says, is guard A a 0 pass? Guard A is Marshall Yanda, and he's a 2 pass. So no, he isn't. He's going to be a crisp route and complete. So Pitta runs a crisp route, and he catches it for half of his R value, so that we round up to 5. But there's a little finger that points like this, which means there's a potential penalty. And so one of the things about this game you have to get used to is that you could end up with a false start, which basically nullifies the whole play before it even gets started. 35 is not going to be one of those. It's actually going to be a holding call, and the Raiders will accept. So a penalty on the offense, that's going to be a hold. 10-yard penalty, and it'll be still first down, this time 20 from the 25. So basically back to where they would have started if it were a touchback. And we do elapse 10 seconds for the play having elapsed. We're going to use set 1 again, and they're going to run inside this time with Terrence West against a blitz defense, a 6. So the other thing is that I don't use as much of the controls on players' usage. I figure, and this is from talking with a guy named Michael Owens and a couple of others who recommend to me that since I use guys basically week to week, and they don't necessarily get used the whole time, so that basically the things should work out the way they should. And it hasn't always been that way, but we're going to just play it that way. So West with a 13 inside run against a blitz, he is an A, and that's going to be a 3-yard gain. There's a chart at the top of the page, and that's what you use. So it's a run. And just to show you here, you can see it at the bottom. This is how I kind of scribe out my... So it'll be 2nd and 17 from the 28. So they got 3 of them back. That's kind of a modest gain right there. And then, so that would be a 35-second runoff. That's the timing that I use. So now we're going to switch actually to the longer yardage set. And we're going to go with a short pass to 2, which 2 will be Steve Smith. And then Oakland is going to choose a safe defense. So when we have either pass or run, the defensive calls change a little bit. The 1 through 4 is a matchup. So pass against pass, run against run. So for long yardage or short yardage. And then the 5 is safe, and then the 6 is blitz. So this is a safe against a short pass. So they aren't going to go full pass. They're wondering if there could be a run here. So, and they're passing again to Steve Smith. It's 52, so we go to that column, and it's going to check a defender. It's going to be player C for the Raiders on 2nd down. But what we're going to use, we will use the 3rd down defense because they are basically playing a long yardage set here. Usually your long yardage set's not going to be used unless it's 3rd down. So they're going to be expecting pass. It doesn't matter because Nate Allen is their what is that, the free or the strong safety the whole time, and Nate Allen is a 1 pass. It's going to ask if he's a 0, and he's not. So instead it's going to be complete, but only for half R. Steve Smith is at 11, so that's going to be a pass to Smith. That'll be 6. We round up, half R would be 5.5. We round to 6. So it's going to still be 3rd and 11. So they still got their work cut out for them here. Down to 13:30. Again, we roll. It doesn't say out of bounds. If it goes out of bounds, you only run 25 seconds. You assume a 10-second. It takes 10 seconds for them to reset the ball and put the clock back in motion outside of the normal limits. 3rd down 11. This is still going to be the longer yardage set, and this time we're going to choose a medium pass. And so we'll look at the medium column. It's going to be 17, and I need to put that up on my screen here. That's where I usually look. So 17 is going to be Mike Wallace, not the 60 Minutes guy. And it will be against a pass defense. A 1 on that set is a pass. So I'll put the 17 there so we remember. So medium against pass. So it's a good matchup for the Raiders. We'll see if the Ravens can complete this. 51. D is 0 pass. Probably not. It's David Amerson. He's a 1, so no. He's not rated 2. He's rated 1. So it is, the quarterback is going to dump off to an alternate receiver. And again, we're going to use the alternate receiver being Wallace. But now we have to roll for 2 D6 worth. So there is a very small chance they could complete this and get the first down, but most likely they're not going to be able to get 11 yards out of this. They would need 5-6 or 6-6 here. So let's see. They get 5-5. They get 10 of it back. Just short. So it's going to be 4th and 1 from the 44. And now here is already a potential choice for the Ravens coach. They could go for it here. And they are firmly in the playoffs, and they feel like, what do we have to lose? We're probably going to finish 4th anyway. So they're going to go ahead and go for it. They're going to send the short yardage out. And they're going to inside run with Terrence West here with the short yardage. So that's at the bottom of that little chart. And we're going to see, they're going to choose, and they'll have their short yardage specialists out there, and that'll be against a run defense. So inside run against run. We could also choose 1 time a half a quarterback sneak, which sets the quarterback's inside run rating to a C. But let's roll it here. So they snap it. It's going to be 32 is SB. SB is Terrence West. Is he a run 0? He's a run 1. So the runner bowls over a defender and gets a 6-yard gain, and that is a successful first down. So West with 6. I put a little notation right here with a square around it. If you can, I don't know if I guess you can't see that, but here you go. This is so I can tally my first downs later. I try to put whether R or P, whether it's run or pass, or X for penalty, first down by penalty. But that will be a first down for the Ravens. They convert that 4th and 1. So I'm not sure what I could look it up, but maybe I'll look it up when I have a break here. I could look up their 4th down conversion rate, but that will help out for them. Now we're going to re-roll this purple. I don't know. It's kind of tough to see that it's maybe if I put it right up there, it looks purple compared to the black. But anyway, the purple is my offensive set. So we're going to roll this, and it's going to be set 5. So we're going to have, that's going to be Kenneth Dixon coming in for a spell. And they're going to go ahead and use him as, now he's normally a C inside run, but he gets A for the first 5 carries. We are going to choose Kenneth Dixon here for an inside run, and they will have a run defense in play here. So this is going to be tough here. Let's see, 41. FB is use check. That is really good for Baltimore because he is a 2-run. So they got the fullback in there. Is he run 2? He is. That's going to be XR, which means that there's a chance at an extended yardage opportunity. Could also not work out depending on whatever's checked here. But let's roll it out. 35 is NB, a run 0. NB in this case is Chris Moore. He's going to play a lot in this game. Chris Moore is a 0 run. So yeah, so it's only going to be a 2-yard gain for Dixon. If Chris Moore had been, or if we had like Darren Waller in that position, let's say, who is a run 1, then he would have picked up 9. So that's kind of how it works with this game. Is sometimes you get some potential positive results, but you have to have your ratings line up. So we're going to stick with 5, and this time they're going to outside run this time with Dixon. He is still a C. And let's see, they're going to outside against a pass. So let's see how this particular tactical play for the Raiders works out. Outside runs usually a little more reward, a little more risk too. Get some more losses that way. 52 is E, who E is going to be on second down. TJ Carey, is he a run 2? TJ Carey is not. So chased out of bounds 1 yard short of the first down. So that's a run for Dixon. And that's going to be for 7 yards out of bounds. So that's one of those places where we take only 25 seconds off. Down to 20 for when the next play will start. And that'll be 3rd and 1. So a good gain there for the Ravens. Takes it down to the 41. And now you potentially have 4-down territory again. They're going to send out short yardage. This time they're going to throw a short pass. And that short pass is going to be targeted to 14, which 14 is going to be Pitta. He did not catch the pass earlier. It was a holding call that prevented that. So that's against a safe. So short against safe. He might have been a little bit more favorable against run. We'll see. The safe short passes are usually relatively reliable, but let's see what happens here. And a 55 is going to be, anytime you have the 2 dice add up to 10, it is an unusual result. So this will be either penalty, potentially fumble, could be a big hit, maybe knocks the ball loose before the receiver can make the catch. Let's see, 43. That is incomplete, but there is a chance for a video review. But in this case, because it's not a turnover, we'd have to make... This is the way I've played it now as the season has gone on. I have to play it in a way that would say, is this... Do they want to challenge to check whether this was completed or not? And I'm thinking not, because these video reviews, they're they're a little better. They're about 20% roughly, give or take. And the chances of this, I think with a 4th and 1 coming up, I think they're going to go for it again. And so 11-10, only 10 seconds run off on an incomplete pass. They're not going to challenge this, and instead they're going to bring out the short yardage again. They're going to inside run with West. Oh, against a blitz. This could be great. This could be tough. So let's see here. 4th down. Can they get a yard out of West here? 15 on an A, and it's a 5-yard gain and a 1st down. So good break there that they get the low roll, and West buries it in there and takes it down to the 36 for the 1st down. So if they didn't make that, I may have been second guessing myself on not challenging that, but we're going to roll the set again. It's going to be 6. So this is going to be use check in the backfield. And they're going to go with they're going to try long passing this. So let's try to go deep here. They're going to try and take a shot, and it's going to be 8, which 8 is, and A, which is Brashad Perryman. And then we're going to roll the defense, which is a 1. So they're going to guess pass. So this is sometimes you think going long on 1st down might be helpful, because they might be thinking, you get a pretty good chance at either safe or run, but here instead you're going to go with a pass defense, and let's see how it works out. 65 is I a zero pass. So I on first down is Danico Autry, and he is, well, here you go. Danico Autry, they're going to get away with this. Danico Autry is a 1-. So with a 1-, wait just a second. Yeah, 1-. Just double checking this. 1- on in the defense's own territory. That goes from 1 down to 0. So in fact, I is a 0. So, okay. So they're going to get away with it because this would have been a sack otherwise. But instead, he's going to be able to get away with it. That's an incomplete pass. So it's going to be 10, 25, 2nd and 10. So thought maybe they'd get a gain out of this, but instead it's just going to be there. He's able to dump it out. So they're going to stick with Juszczyk. They're going to inside run with him. He is a AA, and so against safe, let's see if he can get there. The snap and the handoff to Juszczyk, 65 again. K, a run 0 on 2nd down. K is Mac, and sure enough, Mac is a run 2, so this is going to get blown up real quick. Stacked up for a 1-yard gain. I should just put J for Juszczyk, but it's a 3rd and 9 now, so they're going to have to work at this to get a first down. They're definitely going to have to go to long yardage, and they're going to try a medium pass here, and they're going to target 11 on the medium, which is going to be Pitta again. We've targeted him twice, and he has yet to catch it. And that's against a blitz. So let's see how that works out. 6 is a blitz. Medium against blitz. Sometimes I'll go short, even when it's like 3rd and 10. Because sometimes you can... And this might have been a good case, because even if they were to get 5 yards, let's say, Justin Tucker is a great kicker. They could get 3 out of this. But here they go. We're going to see if they can make this work. 54 is F, a 0 pass. F on the 3rd down is Carey. No, it's Riley. Riley is a 1, so that's a no. Quarterback is sacked for a 10-yard loss. So, and we will say that, we're going to say that is Riley. So a sack. 10-yard loss takes them out of field goal range. Now they will have to punt. 4th and 19. 9:15 left, and so they're going to do what's called the Coffin corner punt. And it's going to be Sam Koch. He is a Coffin A, so we go to that chart, and that chart on a 52 asks if he's an E or better, and he is. So it's going to go out of bounds at the 10, so that's a 35-yard kick out of bounds. And we're going to start at 9:05 with the Raiders on offense, 1st and 10 from their own 10. So, still 0-0. I just want to show you how I do the stats for this. This is, I can't remember who kind of turned me on to doing this. This is, I find this to be the best way to, for me at least, to be able to go during halftime or during the intermission between quarters and tabulate the stats so I can figure out how the game is going for each team. If the team's, behind or whatever, and I see that their stats are a little out of whack, maybe I've called too many plays one way or the other, I can make an adjustment or something to that effect. So that's kind of like, wrong one. That's kind of where I'm going with this when I do things this way. And let me just show it here again, because I didn't really talk much. So this is like a run for Terrence West for 3, and then the pass, I circle the pass, I use an X for an incompletion, S with a diamond for a sack. Interception, I usually square that off with an I in the middle. Things like that. My penalties I put off here to the right. Also, I'll do a fumble with kind of a, what do you want to call it? kind of the less than symbol, and then bracket it with the greater than, and then if it's a fumble lost, I will underline it, and I won't underline it if it's not lost. So that's kind of my notation, and it's just the way that I try and keep things organized so I can get a pretty decent deal of it together as far as like trying to put the stats. So we're going to go with the Oakland Offense. Again, we're going to use set 1 for them. So Amari Cooper and Michael Crabtree are their wide receivers in this set. Clive Walford, tight end. Running back Latavius Murray and Jamizo Lawale in the backfield with him as a fullback in this set. And then the all right, so I actually had to look up the line. It was so they do have one. They also have their right tackle on the mend. It's going to be Menelik Watson is going to be starting at right tackle, who in place of who is it? Austin Howard. Not the greatest ratings for Watson, but then you got Penn at left tackle. The guards are Kalichi Osemele and Gabe Jackson, and then your center Rodney Hudson and Derek Carr, the starting quarterback. And let's go. So they're gonna start with an inside run with that fullback back there. Inside run for Murray, and this is gonna be against a blitz. He is a B inside runner, so only affects a certain number of the rolls, but usually the low numbers are what it affects. So here we go with the snap 44. I think we had that same roll first time through. Tackle A that's fortunate for them. It's the left tackle, Donald Penn. He is not a run 0, whereas Watson would have been if it was tackle B. So this will be XR. So Murray is going to have a potential to get busted out with some blocking. Let's see. 52 is the safety C, Eric Weddle, a run 2. It turns out he is. So this is going to come up. He's going to fill the hole, and it's going to limit him to a 2-yard gain. So we just roll one die in that case. And in this case, it'll be a run for Murray for 2 yards. So 2nd and 8 from the 12. Another reason why we're running here is that they're pretty deep in their territory. And I think we will do another inside run for Murray. This time it'll be against the run defense. So they're guessing, Ravens guessing that the Raiders are going to keep trying to pound it inside. So Murray, it's going to be 66, is the home team running the ball. And they are. Oakland is the home team here at McAfee Coliseum. So we go to the XR column again. So another potential longer run. Let's see. 26, E or F, a run 2. So unfortunately for the Raiders, C.J. Mosley is a run 2 who is the F. And he is going to stop him after 1 yard. So there's where a good defense can help you, is when you get some players like Khalil Mack or C.J. Mosley, Eric Weddle, who can come through and limit damage. So 3rd down and 7 now. 7:55. They're going to have to go with their long set here, long yardage, and they're going to go ahead with a medium pass to 5, which 5 will be Amari Cooper against a pass defense. And the snap, he's back to pass, 66, and is at home. Here comes another home team check, so it's going to be caught by Cooper for Q+. So Derek Carr's Q rating is 11. It's going to get the first down, and then 6 more on top of it. So it's going to be a 17-yard gain for Amari Cooper, and that'll be a first down for the Raiders. So 7:20, 1st and 10. That's a nice. It gets them out of their end zone shadow, and they'll get to go ahead and continue their drive from the 30. So 6 is going to be a very pass-oriented set. They're going to go with a short pass to start here with 6. That's going to be to Andre Holmes. And that will be against a safe defense here. Actually, we'll say it's against pass. We're going to say this set is so pass-oriented that they're going to play pass here. So, short pass against pass. The snap, 21, is going to be incomplete for Carr. He's rated an A completion percentage, guys. 2nd and 10. So, 7-10. So, what I would look at these, like the low numbers in this game, it's kind of like a quick result. You don't have to do any checks there. All you're doing is checking 1, which is his rating. But now, so we're going to stay with set 6, and they're going to go with another short pass. 13 will be to Seth Roberts, who is the de facto, basically the 4th wide receiver, taking the running back spot against a pass defense. So we're going to go another short versus short. 2nd down. 55 is the unusual result. And it's 14, which will be 10 yards, but a penalty. 62. Penalty is defensive holding, and so they get the first down via the air. So that we're not going to worry about doing this. So that's going to be to Roberts, correct? Yeah, Roberts. They're going to decline the penalty. And it's a passing first down, so 1st and 10 from the 40. And because they decline it, we're going to give it a 25-second. Let's see, that will be 6:45 on the clock. And we're going to re-roll the purple. That'll be 5. So that's, let's see, DeAndre Washington, the setback. They're going to throw short again, this time to, let's see, who is that? 5. That'll be Roberts again, against safe this time. Short against safe. I may have rolled the green and the purple out of order last time. It doesn't really make a difference, but I'm going to try not to do that again. 34. Tackle A, a 2 pass. Donald Penn on their side of the 50 is, if they get past it, he's a 2-, he would become 1, but he is a 2, so we go to XS. Chance for a good passing play here. What's going to happen? 34 asks, is G a 2 pass? G is going to be, what is this, first down? Owasser, and Owasser is not. He's a 1-. So that is going to get, he's going to get behind Owasser, and it'll be a 14-yard gain for Roberts. So 2 back-to-back receptions for him. 14 is going to take him into Ravens territory. Another first down through the air. Down to the 46 of Baltimore. As the Raiders are trying to lock down number 1. This would go a long way to doing it if they could get 2 wins in a row to close out the season. Basically, they have destiny in their own hands. 6:10 left. First down and 10. They're going to check the offensive set. It's going to be 1, so they're going to go ahead and run outside with Latavius Murray. He is rated an A outside runner against a run defense. So I don't really know if inside or outside's better against run or against blitz or whatever. I'm still trying to sleuth that out. I played a lot of games, but it's not easy to tell always. Okay. What I will say is for inside versus outside, they're flipped. So outside, the lowest numbers are the best. So with an A outside rating, Latavius Murray's B. I said A, so he's a B. That's still a 10-yard gain and a first down. So Murray gains 10 yards, and they've got 3 first downs in a row. It's going to get down to 36. On the move are the Raiders, and we're going to go ahead and stick with that same set. They're going to run him inside this time against run. 51 is C, a run 0. So C is not, well, it's Weddle. We've already checked C on the run, so he's not run 0. And then I was going to check if Amari Cooper is a run 2, and he's not, so it's no gain. Murray gets bottled up there and is stopped at the line of scrimmage, so 2nd and 10. 5 minutes left. They're going to try and do what Baltimore didn't, which is to get down there where they could actually either kick a field goal or score. So now we're going to re-roll our set here. We get a 4, so that will be Washington coming in. And they're going to throw... They're going to try throwing medium. They're going to try sneaking a medium pass right in here, and that'll go to Seth Roberts is again the target, so he's been getting targeted here. It's just the way things are set up against a safe defense. Medium against safe. Let's see if the Raiders can get something. So back to pass is Carr. He looks downfield, and with an A, a 15 is an incomplete pass. He just misses. His accuracy not quite good enough. It'll be 3rd and 10 from the 36. So long yardage obviously now, and this time they are going to throw. They're going to go short pass. Play a little more conservative. This will be to Andre Holmes. Crabtree didn't play as much in this game, so we're going to go with Holmes in this case as the target against a safe defense. So short versus safe. They're going to try and see if they can get some rack yardage here, run after the catch. Back to pass, 62. Home team, so this is going to be quarterback hits the wide open man for R yards. So that'll be pass to Roberts. Is he more than a 10 R rating? Roberts is a 10 right on the money, and that is going to be a first down. A big 3rd down conversion for the Raiders down to the 26. Ravens fans are questioning the spot, but the officials are right there, and so it's 1st and 10. They're going to go with this passing set again, number 6. And they're going to throw medium again. Medium pass. This will be to Holmes. Andre Holmes against a pass defense, as we are again going with the passing defensive tendencies against that one. So 41 is Roberts, a 2 pass. So Seth Roberts is not, no. Double coverage is going to be incomplete unless Holmes has an exclamation mark, and he doesn't. So that's going to be 2nd and 10, 26, 4:05. And they don't like that. They're going to re-roll it here. They would like to get something that's a little more conservative, and it'll be Murray. They're going to run inside with Murray, try and see if they can, against a run defense, though. They saw them switch, and they decided to run. They were going to protect for that, so let's see if Murray can make something out of this. 22 with a B rating is a 7-yard gain off the quick chart, so brings it 3rd and 3. That's much more manageable. And that's down to the 19-yard line. 3:30 left. 2 long drives here. This one looks like it's going to be more fruitful. 3rd and 3. And they will stick with 3, set 3, and they're going to go with a short pass to 10. 10 is going to be Roberts again. We're going to make a change here. We're going to go ahead and choose Latavius Murray as the target against run defense. So let's see how this works. I allow myself occasionally to make a change if I feel like somebody's getting a little bit too much love at the moment. 35. Quarterback, a 2 pass. Derek Carr is a 1+. That makes him a 2. This is XS. So Murray is going to be hit in the open here. 66 is he greater than 0 X rating is Carr. He is. This is a go. This is likely to go for a touchdown. Let's see what we get. 61. This is gone. It's in the end zone for a touchdown. He hits Murray in stride. finds a lane, a seam between two defenders, and Murray jaunts into the end zone for the 19-yard touchdown. And the home crowd goes wild with 3:20 left. 6-0 with the extra point coming. Janikowski, extra point rating of AA, so as long as it's 65 or lower, and not one of those, that is the unusual result, and that means we have to roll on the place kick chart. 12 is a rare place kick check, so 75 in the book. And we re-roll, so just exactly what we always like are the oddities, right? Kick hits the uprights, bounces back onto the field, no good. So it's going to stay 6-0 Oakland as Janikowski misses the extra point. But they do take that 6-0 lead on the Latavius Murray 19-yard touchdown pass or reception. And just for the sake of it here, this is what I end up doing to show the stuff here. And here's the kick failed. Oakland 6, Baltimore nothing. And so with 3:20 left in the first quarter. So from the 3:20 point, we're going to do a kickoff for Oakland. It'll be Janikowski. Looking to put that extra point miss behind him, and he puts the foot into the leather, and that's going to be out of the end zone. Just wails it for a touchback. So from the 25, it'll be the Ravens starting off. Now looking up at the Raiders, and they will end up with set one to start, and they're going to inside run it with Terrence West against a blitz. So the snap, the handoff, 54. J for Oakland is a run zero. J is Williams. Dan Williams is a run zero. So that's going to be a missed tackle and 7 yards for West. And that first down set is usually set by the, and also based on usage within the game. As long as they get 40% or more, I usually will just go ahead and throw them in there, figuring they probably played a lot on first down. That brings us down to 2:45, second and 3. And they're going to go with medium pass to, that will be to Terrence West. We're gonna overrule this, and we're gonna make it Steve Smith. I don't think Terrence West. This is against the pass, so Oakland guesses right. So back to pass 41 is FB a 2 pass. That is Darren Waller, and he is not. So it's going to be incomplete unless Smith has the exclamation mark, and he doesn't. So 3rd and 3 at the 32. So now a choice. We're going to go ahead and stick with one of the base sets. It'll be 4. This will be Kenneth Dixon in there, and they're going to inside run it with him. It'll be against a safe defense. Let's see if they can pick up the first down here. Snaps and hands it off, and 45 is quarterback a run 2. Joe Flacco's a run 1. Nope, so it's going to be a 1-yard loss. Not such a good handoff there for Dixon. They lose 1. It's down to 2 minutes, and it's going to be 4th and 4 from their own 31, and they cannot go for it on 4th down again. So this is going to be a punt for Sam Cook. And he's back to punt 31 plus 7 to average. He's 47. That'll be a 53. And his return rating is C. So they're, let's see, what is it, 31? He needed to be a B for no return. So because it's not a B, it's a C, there will be a return. So 53-yard kick, and the returner is going to be Jalen Richard. Let's see, his punt return rating is a 9. We roll it here, and it's going to be 34, which is, you subtract 3 from his return rating, so it'll be a 6-yard return. So 31, 41, 49, 39, 29, 19, 16, and 6 is 22. So Oakland will start at their own 22, 1st and 10. We're going to wind 10 seconds off of that. 1st and 10 for the Raiders. They're going to go with that set 6. They're getting that a lot. They're going to short pass it to 15. Clive Walford. They have all those receivers, and they're going to target him against a run. So, actually, no, that'll be against safe. Remember, we were saying that in this formation, they're going to use pass tendencies. 25. F or K is 0 pass. So F is Mosley. He's a 1. K is Lawrence Guy. He is a 0 pass. So it's going to be XS. So they're going to get some goodness out of this. 55 is quarterback, a 0 pass. It's Derek Carr. He's a 1+. So no, it's going to be 13 yards to Clive Walford. And that's a 1st down as he comes open, finds a little soft part in the zone. 1st and 10 from the 35. And they're going to re-roll here. They got what they wanted out of that. Washington, they're going to outside run with Washington here against pass. So, Washington, the outside running rate is AAA, and he is a 16. AAA is going to be for 8 yards. He's going to get outside tackle, and he's going to take it upfield, dodges a cornerback, and then gets tackled by the safety downfield for the 8-yard pickup. Brings us down to the 40-second mark. 2nd and 2, 43-yard line. They'll stick with that, and they will, that's 5. They're going to run him inside this time. He's a D, but it's going to be against safe. 42 is center run 2. It's going to be Rodney Hudson. He's a 1, so nope. 2-yard gain, but that'll be a 1st down, so Washington gets 10 yards on his own here between the 2 runs, and he gets a 1st down. It's going to wind it down to the 05 mark. They are going to get one more play in here. 1st and 10 from the 45. They ran everybody off. They're going to go ahead with a short pass here out of this set to 8 would be Andre Holmes against pass, actually, excuse me. Short versus pass is going to be the last play of the quarter, the 1st quarter. Oakland already had 6-0, and they're on the move. 24, I or J, a 0 pass, 1st down. I, Jernigan, 1 pass. So no, so J, Williams is a 0 pass. So this is going to be complete to Holmes for our yardage, and Holmes is a 9-yard gain, and that will close it out. So they're going to start 2nd and 1 from the Baltimore 46. So a good quarter for the Oakland Raiders as we get to the end of the 1st quarter. Oakland leads by a score of 6-0 over the Baltimore Ravens, and we will be back for another video here on the channel of the 2nd quarter within the next day or two, hopefully, and I will we'll take a look at the stats here as we go to the break, see how each team is working out so far. So thanks for watching. Hit the like if you want more 2nd season. If you have any questions about how this game is played, let me know. It's a fun game. Lots of guys play it. Not always the easiest one to And you know what? I forgot to change the score, but we'll change it right now. As it is Oakland 6, Baltimore nothing. But yeah, so you know, it's not. I do the best I can here on the YouTube with this game, but it is pretty comprehensive as far as you get to check specific positions, you get players' traits, you get some fun stuff as well. So we'll be back for the second quarter in the next few hours, but until then, keep rolling and enjoy. Check out the stats here at the end.